Hi, Gary Galka speaking. I typically operate in a forward sweep mode, and it's worked out very well for me. However, I don't want people to be disillusioned by a particular way. It's one of those things that you have to experiment with, have some fun with, learn through your mistakes, what works best for you, what doesn't work good for you. You'll figure it out over time. What I did was I turned on the PSB7-Pro. I started sweeping backwards at 30 milliseconds. Now, that's pretty fast. And I was using the frequency step, and I had that set at 40 kilohertz. So with that said, I started picking up all kinds of things, and they started talking to me with the kind of intelligence that we all hope to receive. I heard I love you, I heard helpful suggestions from Spirit about pacing myself because it'll work out better for me in the long run. I heard just a multitude of different things, which I truly appreciated. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through this, and I hope that you can hear some of the more pertinent or relevant types of things, I should say. And let's see how it goes.
Maximum volume.
Getting set up. I think I had the volume just set at a comfortable level. I didn't want overwhelming noise. I wasn't 100% focused on everything. I'm not alone in the room, so there's other conversation taking place, but there's enough going on that I was able to devote a certain level of attention to address the responses that did come through. So let's listen. So the first thing that comes through is nice. I don't think there was, half a second before he came through with that. So let's listen to that again. Now, what I typically do in these sessions is the pulses. When I enlarge those pulses on my screen, I can see every 30 millisecond pulse. And when I go in and I provide you with the results during this review, I simply go in and reduce the volume of the pulses where there's no response. That way, you can listen more clearly and comprehend the detail of what the response truly is. I want you to be able to hear it. What I hear is just part of what I do, but it's more important for you to listen and be able to understand what's being said to me. So let's continue on. Okay, the first response, Spirit saying to me, what's that noise? What's that noise? Noise is a little bit subdued. Okay, now keep in mind that I'm going so quickly and I'm going in reverse. This is important. I'm going in reverse at 33 frequencies per second. Now, the first response that is a sentence is, again. Okay, so what happened was spirits came to me with an idea. They showed me something truly phenomenal, very important. Something about their speech patterns and overlapping their speech, which I've tried very hard to accommodate them by overlapping frequencies. But what they've shown me is they can literally layer on top of other words. Something I learned, it took a little bit of them helping me. They're showing me that other words are on top of the predominant response. It sounds mind-boggling, but it's true. So let's just continue on. And I wouldn't be able to do those things if it was just me, without their help. So this spirit says the usual things. He must be new. He's saying, I died. I died. And then another spirit interjects and he goes, he knows. So he's filling in that other spirit who may not be so fresh and new, and he's just coming on board. A lot of things are happening in the background, but keep in mind, I'm looking for relevancy. I want things that matter to me or to you. All right, this is very important. So a spirit says, Gary, can you hear me? Would you think that that's a radio bit, guys? Gary, can you hear me? Open your minds and listen. Gary, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I acknowledged that I could hear him. After he said, can you hear me? And I said, I could hear you. He said, hello, Gary. I know it sounds a little busy with all those pulses and everything, but you have to understand that I'm experimenting for myself too. This is something different that I have not really pursued, but I want to show you that it can be done. And I'm talking about high speed, reverse, forward, whatever it is. The PSB7-Pro that I'm using has unlimited potential for users to experiment. Hello, Gary.
Hello.
And I said hello back.
Hello.
Now this is a new spirit, and he says to me, I don't remember seeing you. Listen very carefully. I don't remember seeing you.
I don't remember you.
And I respond back to him, I'm like, I don't remember you, either. So that makes two of us.
I don't remember you. Should I?
Then he says to me, what's making this possible is I'm trying to point out what I'm doing differently right now in my setup.
Sweeping in reverse very quickly.
Now, the spirit comes up right away. He goes, very quick.
Should I?
Let's get to that.
Sweeping in reverse very quickly.
Very quick.
What's your opinion on that?
So when he said it's very quick, I want to know, how do they feel about the pace, the speed at which I'm sweeping all these frequencies backwards? What does he say? I love it.
Really? You love it, huh?
I acknowledge what he just said to me. I love it. I said, really? Okay, you love it. That gives me something to think about. Maybe I should look into this a little bit more carefully as a new technique for me to pursue, because I've been stuck in my ways.
Really? You love it, huh?
Now this is kind of cool. So when I confirmed what that spirit said, another spirit comes up and he goes,
You love it, huh?
that's what he said. So this spirit is acknowledging what I heard, and it acknowledged the first spirit, and this other spirit, this other man, comes forward. He says, that's what he said. That's what he said. Again, spirits are talking in the background, but it's not my position to dig that deep. Why should I dig that deep? I'll tell you why. Because they're talking among themselves, and I'm not interested in eavesdropping or straining my hearing to hear stuff that's probably not relevant to me or something that I really care about. So let's continue on. Just stay focused on them addressing you. Anything other than that isn't really important. This spirit comes through. He says, I miss you. I know it goes by quickly. 3 words, I miss you. Listen.
Let me know if it makes a difference.
I'm trying to stay focused. I want confirmation from them about this new technique I'm using. This spirit comes through and he says, love it. This is the second spirit that said that they love it. Love it. Another spirit comes through after that and says, love it. Listen. 2 spirits back to back. Actually, this makes 3 now that have said to me they love it. They love the spirit box. They love what it can do. They love getting through to me with it. Okay, so now this lady, and I recognize the voice, okay? I've spoken to her many times. We've never really talked about personal stuff. Again, unless they volunteer, I don't really dig. And the problem is there's so many spirits that are competing for my time that I'm just happy that she was able to squeeze something in. And what she does say to me is, really fast.
Yeah, I'm going fast. You're right. And I heard you very clearly. And I'm going in reverse.
She's saying really fast over 30 different frequencies on the FM bandwidth, but they're smaller pulses.
Yeah, I'm going fast. You're right. And I heard you very clearly. And I'm going in reverse.
All right, in the background, Spirit says, we're right in front of you, but it wasn't strong enough. I'm not going to go there. I can tell you what I hear, but you may not be able to hear it, but I'll just tell you if I hear something worthwhile. Okay, right here, I'm gonna see if this is maxed out, but in the background, a spirit says, I love you, Gary. I love you, Gary. Again, I don't know who that is. Let's sweep ahead a little bit.
Started coming out that were overlapped in the original content.
Now, this one you're going to hear. This is the second time a spirit has said that they love me. So here we go. Now, I don't know who that is. It's getting to the point where getting such clarity of connection with spirit that it's confusing my mind in separating out potential family versus other spirits that just enjoy talking to me. So let's play that one more time. It's pretty clear.
Started coming out that were overlapped in the original content. You're superimposing.
Now, he says, I love you, Gary, while I'm talking. So clearly I'm thinking about what I'm going to say, my next word, and I'm talking to them, but he got the message through and he knows that I review everything. So that's really what's important.
I hear you.
All right. Spirit says Gary Galka in this section right here.
I hear you.
Gary Galka. So another spirit comes up and he's now talking about my accomplishments with the overlapping of the frequencies. And he says to me, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. And I say,
it will be fun.
It will be fun.
It works well.
It works well. I told him I was gonna try it in the garage at some point. Let me just scan ahead a little bit.
Then we'll be talking. Even better. Even better.
Okay, this is really important. This is strong advice from a spirit. She says to me, pace yourself. And then she says, that would be nicer. That would be nicer for you. That's incredible advice, okay? So let's go through that one more time.
Thank you. I can't wait.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there. This is important. So what she's really telling me is, Gary, pace yourself. It'd be nicer for you. So what she's telling me is, go slower, listen more carefully, stay focused, and you'll have much better results with us. I mean, if that's not a spirit helper, I don't know what is. Let's listen to it one more time. Pace yourself. That would be nice.
For you.
For you. Okay. And with that said,
Thank you.
I thanked her for that advice, and that's all I'm gonna do right now. I gotta get going. But I hope you enjoy these little sessions. They're a lot of fun for me. Spirits know that I'm sharing it with everyone. They want to be heard. They've told me that. So, have a great day.